Hello everyone, this is FrogsMaster595, and well, I wanted to do a video. Yeah, here we go, video. Got all the frogs out, 101 of them, all here, all looking nice and frogs-like. And you know, the way that I set all these guys up, the thing that it reminds me of the most is BJV's video of his frogs when he had them. What he wanted, all the ones he wanted. He said, like, complete collection. I know it wasn't all of them, but it's all the ones he wanted. This is what that is what this feels like. I mean, I have them lined up in that same sort of way, so that makes sense. You know, do most of you know who Packer was? Who Packer, however. Some of you probably do, but a lot of you probably don't, because we've got so many newer people in the community now, so many young people, like so young that they probably don't know these older collectors that I do. And that a good amount of others do too, but there's a lot of more people in this community now than what there was when I came into it in 2013, which that's a pretty early time to get into it. Not the earliest, but it's pretty early. But you could certainly be getting into it earlier. Packer did have a video of his frogs kind of like this, but it was deleted. And I vaguely remember it, but I just can't remember too much of it. I feel like there was probably more that BJV had, but like BJV had a few more of the more rare ones, I think. But I think in terms of the amount, it was close. BJV may have still had a little more though, but I can't really remember the video too well. Now, don't want to, you know, brag, but I think I got more here than what those two did. I'm just saying. Now, granted, I got a lot of variants, and those two didn't really have a lot of variants, like at all, actually, when you think about it. They both had a couple, but a lot of it wasn't really variants. From when I'm thinking about it right now, I can't think of too much, but there's some. I mean, there's the obvious ones, like having both versions of a Frogs, or then again, red is not the most common. But remember, now I'm trying to fix Jump here because he looks a little crooked. He's kind of got pushed a bit, but I think they're pretty close. I think they're good. I'm not going to move them around much. I don't want to spend time doing that. I'm just noticing it now because I'm looking at them, which, how could I not be looking at these guys like all the time anyway? They're all grouped up like this, but when I'm done with this, I gotta finally take these guys out of here because there could be little creatures hiding in between all these guys and I wouldn't know it. When I had all my stuff on the floor, there was finally a bug that did show up. And the other night, there was a spider. Although it wasn't over here, but it was like in the corner, like over there. But I'm sure it started off over here. Or maybe the closet, because there's a lot of stuff in there still. I mean, there's a lot of stuff up here. You see what the title of this video is. No. I'm gonna title it The Future of Frogz. Yeah. There might be better titles, but that's what I want to call it. You've seen all this stuff here so many times already. Look at all these coins. You see, now, it's a video like this that is going to be interesting to look at in like 10 years. because this isn't going to get deleted, and you don't have to worry about that. There's a Frogz box, 2 Frogz boxes. That one doesn't have the Frogz thing in it. And then there's some more stuff up there. Again, you've seen all this already, so why am I showing it? I don't know. But let's focus on the Frogz. 101. This isn't really about that, though. This is about the future of Frogz, because I want to talk about that for a little bit. So, and no, I am not going to have it be long. Do not worry. I swear it won't. Really. Just you wait. Alright, so Frogz, 101 of them. Obviously that number is going to change, and it will be going up, because why would it go down? The Frogz are the main thing that I'm trying to get, so of course that is going to go up. Where do I rank in the Frogz collectors? I have to be number 3, I think. I have to be 3rd place. I know a good amount of these are just variants and stuff, but the number is 101. It is 101 of them, 101 Frogz, and that is more than a lot of people. It really is. Number 2, 2nd place for Frogz collectors. I guess it's only one Richie, although I'm sure some of you have heard that his stuff is like going into storage, so I don't know if he has over 100 Frogz still, though. He was selling a few of them, I saw, but I feel like he probably still has more. That would make sense. He also has doubles, but again, he also just has some other ones, like some rare ones I don't have. Yeah, he's been getting them for a while, like definitely longer than me. And then, of course, there's number 1. Do I need to say who that is? That is iFrogzy. Said it anyway. We'll see how that name stands in 10 years, along with only one Richie, which I think in 10 years, we might be looking at a BJV situation. Just saying. Although this in 10 years, I don't know. We're not talking 5. We gotta look at this in 10 years. Because it's a video like this that is just going to be very good in 10 years, I guess. I don't know. Just like the BJV video. That's what this is going to be one day, because I got them all here. Except I'm not just showing them in silence this time. I'm talking about them. And you're looking through the year 2022 with these. So I'm being more specific with it. Being specific with the Frogz. So I'd say I'm the 3rd best Frogz collector, just going off of the amount. I think we know in terms of personality, like me, I'm clearly number 1. There is no one better. And that's the truth. I'm just saying it now. If you disagree, well, that's perfectly okay. I respect your opinion. But I am the best. Yeah. I'm sticking with that, I think. Okay, so where do I see the Frogz in 10 years? Well, you know, I did that one video saying about how the prices of all these Frogz are going up, and okay, inflation probably has a thing to do with that, and probably that would make sense. Although they're not all getting those prices. It's still kind of more specific ones because of the trend of the sellers putting them high. The Frogz are slowly turning into a gray Raber situation. Now it is still not nearly as bad. It may not ever get as bad, but the Frogz are starting to become a Grave Raber thing just a little bit. Of course, a prototype one would. A prototype Gemi item in general would probably just get crazy. especially Grave Ravers. It's going to be number 1. But the Frogz are definitely going to be number 2 on that. And some might actually get more expensive than some prototype Grave Ravers. But Frogz in general, just like Grave Ravers, because Grave Ravers in general right now are just, they're stuck with those high prices. All of them, it's over 100. And you know that's not a joke. I wonder how the Grave Ravers are going to be in 10 years. Yeah, now that I just can't see any good out of. I don't know. I really don't, but maybe I'll be surprised. There'll be a lot of the new young people now will certainly be older, but I don't know. Is that going to change anything? Maybe it will. We'll see. Although the Grave Ravers have been getting all expensive and stuff like that. That was happening a few good years back already now anyway. Like, when did it start? 2016, 2017? I feel like it was 2016, but I might be wrong about that. Of course, there were a couple Grave Ravers specifically that were getting way more expensive than others, like the Frogz. I think the Frogz are basically, in terms of price, they're just going to have a Grave Raver situation. Like I said, inflation might be having, it might be playing a role, might have something to do with it, but I'm not looking into stuff like that, so how would I know? I don't know if that's true or not. I probably never will, because how can I tell if inflation is messing with Chemmy Frogz? I don't know. But this is going to be like the best thing to look at 10 years from now. It will. And it's going to be here, and it's not going to be deleted. Which Hoop Hacker's video got deleted, but he didn't talk in it. Well, maybe he did. I don't know. I don't think he did. I think I can remember that part. And I like that I'm doing this in the day because that just looks better, I think. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. The other two were filmed at day. Although BJV's video was very dark. It was not bright. You know, iFrogzy did a video too. But this is the only one where there's talking involved. Okay, so I think in terms of the rarity of these in 10 years, I'm sure that's going to be different, although I would think that the purple and the clubs are still going to be around. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't be. They're definitely still going to be on eBay, I think. Along with the green ones. I mean, the most common Frogz as of now, July 21st, 2022. Number 1, of course, it's purple in the club. You got, now the rest, I don't know how the order goes for the rest of them. I mean, the second most common is probably Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. But purple in the club is still a bit ahead of him. You got green in the club. This isn't in order now. Those two, it goes purple in the club, Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. The rest are just not in an order. Now, shiny purple in the club is more common than fuzzy purple in the club. With Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy, that's like fuzzy and shiny. It's like they're both exactly the same in terms of rarity, really. Like exact, I swear. Just go look and you'll see. The rest wouldn't be in order, but green in the club. Shiny green in the club. Shiny pink, Get the Party Started. The I Can't Drive 55. We're not going to take it. Baby One More Time. Baby One More Time might be the second most common, actually. Or third. But again, I'm not completely sure on it. But Baby One More Time is in the top 3, I think. Like, she has to be. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I may have said all of them already. I mean, I see I'm able to look at all of them so I can know if I'm... Green, yeah, obviously. How was I about to forget old Green? Yeah, of course he's common. So in 10 years, I feel like that would be the same, although it could be very different. But the purple in the clubs and the Save Horse Ride a Cowboys, I think, will definitely still be there. Along with green, yeah, and green into clubs and baby one more times. We're not going to take it, and I Can't Drive 55 might be not there as much, but I don't know. Some of the NFL ones you kind of see, but it's like specific teams. That's a bit of a different thing, but it's an Into Club Frog, so of course it's going to be on eBay. Although in 10 years, I feel like the NFL ones are not going to be popping up as much. That's why I got to get all the teams now. We're in 2022, and I have 20 NFL Into Club Frogs. If we go back 2 years from now in 2020, July, I only had 1. And if we went almost 7 years back from that in 2013 of November, at the end, that's when I had still the 1 NFL Frogs. I got that November 2013. And then you go 7 years later from November 2013 to November 2020, still just that 1. And where is he at, by the way? He's right there. Baltimore Ravens, November 2013. It's getting around to 9 years soon. And you got like Evil Ways here, which I have had that for 9 years. It'll be 10. It's still got a bit to go, but it'll be 10 years in April. Of course, I got the puppet frogs. Do I really need to show it here? I guess I do need to show it, don't I? I'll show it. I'll show it. That in 10 years. No one's going to remember that movie. Okay. There he is. He, in ways, does not deserve to be with all of these other frogs, but in a way he does, at least for a second. So, I don't need to say this any more times, but this was my very first frogs. Technically, I got it with a dark green. I like to move it, but I got them at the same time, so. This is the one I remember first, though. This is the exact one. I think you can tell because it's plush and no parts in it, and it's got a big hole in the side, and the hair looks horrible, and you could tell it has been wet many times, and the eye is cracked, like, really bad, because it's been thrown a lot, and it's been damaged a lot, and the button is just not there anymore, like, at all. And the mouth is, well, I don't know, the mouth is fine, I guess. Thought it was dirtier. Huh. I guess not. Thought it was dirtier. Okay, well, at least the bandana looks kind of good. Actually, that's weird. That happens to be fine. Like, this is shiny, obviously, but look over here. That doesn't look very nice anymore, but that's from it getting wet, probably. And I got its little flap, skin flap in the head, along with the little Velcro thing and the little, like, plush, like, like the little fabric thing that went, like, around the battery compartments, that the Velcro's on. You know what I'm talking about, I think. You know frogs. This guy. I've had him for over 15 years now, because I got him in 2007, in, like, May. I don't know exactly what month. I'm pretty sure it was May. So, yep, over 15 years with this. 15. And it's going to grow, because in 10 years from now, he'll be 25. This Frogz will be 25 in 10 years. Anyway, away he goes. He's fine, don't worry. He is just plush, so it is completely okay. Back here we go. Alright, so in 10 years, you know, some of these are going to be turning 10 years old next year in 2023. But in 10 years from now, they're going to be almost 20 of me having them. They're already going to be about 20 years old in like 3 years from when the first ones were made. So there's that. But in about 10 years, I would have had some of these for 20. And look, for the future of these frogs, in general, they're not going to go anywhere. Maybe some could end up getting replaced. Yeah. Looking at Fuzzy Blue living La Vida Loca, wherever that is. Where is that at? It's all the way over there. Because you know the thing with him. And then there's Fuzzy Ride With Me because, well, that one may have a bracelet situation. And there's probably a couple other ones in there, but... And then you gotta look at the buttons, because some of them do not have nice buttons. And because of a certain something, now I care about the buttons. Which I did already, but now I just care more. You could totally never guess who probably would have made me want to care about the buttons more. You would never figure it out. Evil Ways was the first frogs when I started collecting again. Almost 10. Not really almost, but it's getting there. But in 2032, it'll be very close to there being 20. The condition on a lot of these will probably be different in 10 years, although cosmetically there shouldn't be much of a difference, but hopefully none of them fade or anything in the 10 years. That wouldn't be good. I don't think that'll happen. Would I really let that happen to them? I wouldn't do it. I would make sure that it's fine. But would these go in storage? I would say that it probably wouldn't happen. Of course, moving, they're going to have to go into something, but I wouldn't really say that they're just going to be put in some storage unit and just stay there because, well... Do you want a certain seller situation to happen with something like that? With storage and items being in storage, and then something happens in that storage center, and then all your little items just get kind of messed up, like completely freaking messed up to where they are horrible, like some of them look horrible and none of them work. And maybe they'll even smell weird. Yeah, you see, because of that certain seller, infamous seller, although famous seller too, I guess. Yeah, you know, it's mainly that as to why I don't want to put these in storage. Maybe other items could, but yeah, don't think I'm going to be putting the frogs in there. The gemmy frogs cannot get that kind of treatment. Even if it wasn't for said seller, would I really put these in storage? I gotta see them. I need to see them every day. I mean, they're the best. I have to. Yeah, maybe not every single frogs is peak 10 out of 10. Ooh, I just hit Ride in there. He's good, though. He works perfect. Look how nice his button is. He's my favorite frogs right now, I would say. Although, that's kind of always changing a tiny bit. But, I mean, I would say he is my favorite, though. Pretty much, for the ones that I have. I need to, at this point, I would say that whenever I get a new item, like especially a new frogs, once I get that in person, then I'll know how much I like it. Because the videos, it's just not enough. I can get a lot out of just a video of a frogs because, well, it's a video and it's a frogs, but I'm going to need more. I'm going to need to see it in person because the frogs are too important. I need to see that frogs in person to know. And then you got Good Vibrations here. He was my 100th. 100th frogs, and look how nice his button is. And he works perfect. The arms are splitting, but come on, he basically works perfect. Look at that frog. Yeah. And then my newest one, the Washington Redskins in the club. Number 101. He will not be my newest Frogz in 10 years. No way. I don't think he'd get replaced. I'm sure a lot of these wouldn't get replaced, but at the same time, maybe a lot of them would. You never know. I mean, again, try to think of a certain Frogz collector that would probably replace Frogz to get better looking ones. He would never figure out who that'd be. So I would probably end up doing the same thing that he's doing. Well, I confirmed that it's a boy. Oh wait, I guess that doesn't really make things any easier. Yes, I know there is BB, but she has a long way to come for Frogz. Long way. But who knows, in 10 years, she could be in the top 10. But will it happen? I don't know. It takes a lot of work. You got to get all these variants, too. I don't want this to be a bragging video, though. No. Of course, you know, and yeah, it might take a very, very, very long time, like 200 years. But what if this thing didn't take so long? And that thing, of course, is being, if Frogz just stop popping up on eBay. When do you think that would happen? Now, me saying something like that seems like a thing that probably wouldn't happen for a long time, because there's still a lot of Frogz that pop up on eBay. A lot of them. But if we go back into like 2013, way back then, that's when I joined this community, Frogz on eBay were a lot different. And I remember much more of a variety. Actually, you know what's weird? Back then, I don't feel like there was as much purple in the clubs or Save Horse Ride Cowboys or Baby One More Times popping up. You had like lots of Frogz, like lot listings, and not all the time, but there was some. Usually those were coming before 2013, like in 2010, 11, 12, but there were some in 2013. I had 4 BJB's Frogz. And I had a Frogz from Skull Crane. Not now, though, but I guess, well, I in a way, kind of found out something about that makes me maybe just a tiny bit not care as much anymore with that specific Frogz. But, the 4 BJB Frogz, I shouldn't replace those. That's probably not a good thing. Oh, yeah. Was it all 4? I'm pretty sure it was. All 4 of those BJV Frogz, they're in this group of Frogz now. They were in one group of Frogz for a Frogz collection video. Now they're in this video for a Frogz collection. Isn't that cool? I think that's pretty cool. I still think it's cool that I have 4 BJV's Frogz. I feel like most just don't really care as much, which that makes sense, but still, I feel like more people would bring it up more, but because there's a video of my Valentine's Green Jump Around Frogz working perfect, which I know there already is on my channel, so, but whatever. But there's a video of the Valentine's Green Jump Around from BJB working perfect with a pink one, which that pink one I did not get. Probably some other collector did, though. Or maybe not, because apparently a lot of the Frogz that BJB was selling in 2012, 2013, I think maybe he sold a couple in 2011. Oh, no, probably not. I think it was all 2012 and 2013. Because his little Frogz collection video was 2012, I think. Even that I'm not sure on. That had to have been 10 years. I hope so, because it's kind of what I said. Alright, let's look for them. Where are they at? Are they all the way back there? I better not be missing them because that would be stupid. Let's go look for them. I think they're like all like far back there. Yeah, they kind of are. Okay, so we're going. You got 5 o'clock somewhere. As good as I once was. I like to move it. And all the way back there is V-Day jump around. So you see, you got your 1, your 2, your 3, and your 4. You see them now, don't you? I've got them all perfect, like on the, I could see all 4 of them now. They're right there. They're locked in. I see them. Got the 2 and then the 2 on the side. There you go. You see that. Okay. They're just, I've never lined up the frogs like this ever. I don't think I've ever put all of my frogs like together, like kind of like this ever. Especially not with this many. Because in 2020, I did not have 101 frogs. I had like probably 40. And in 2021, that's when it grew quite a lot. But still, there was a point in 2021 where I had like 50. Remember the video called 50 Frogs? That was in 2021. It's 2022, and I have 101 of them. You know, I'm going to do 2 more videos that'll relate to this, kind of, because I want to do that. But I'm not going to keep them here for the other 2, because I feel like I have too many videos where either the thumbnail is this, or just all of the video is this, and I don't want that now, so I'll do 2 other videos, but they're not going to be here anymore. I want these out of the way anyway, because I can't get to my closet with them here. I had to get in there, like, actually get in there. I had to, and I didn't want to move them, so I just opened the door and had them all just kind of push each other. I did not do that the second time because I realized that messed way too many of them up. And I was hoping maybe it wouldn't, and it did. You know, when I said that this wouldn't be long, I meant that it wouldn't be an hour. Because that's a long video. 30 minutes isn't a long video. Pfft, not at all. Don't worry, the other 2 won't be this long. No, they won't. Just you wait. You'll see. Okay, so I guess when am I going to do the other 2 videos? I'm not going to do all 3 of them in a row. I'm kind of going to spread them out a bit because I feel like if I do 3 of these in a row, that's going to feel like really forced. Like really. So I'm not going to do all 3 of these in a row. But hey, don't worry. In 10 years, this channel's still going to be active. You don't believe that? It will. And I'll still be getting frogs. I'll still be getting them. I won't even be done. It's impossible to be done with frogs. You can keep getting those for like forever. There's all the variants and the prototypes. Like trying to get a prototype of every single one of these, which of course there's a prototype of every single one of these. No way in 10 years I could be done. I could have every produced one. That's certainly possible. That's 10 years. That could be done easily, I would think. But prototypes. We got the one person, of course, but when that one person goes bye-bye, then what? Then it's going to be a lot harder with Frogz prototypes. So, I don't know. We'll see. But hey, the future of Frogz, they're probably going to be way more expensive than what they are right now. That wouldn't surprise me. But maybe you'll be lucky and the frogs would have just died down in 10 years from now. Maybe the hype will go away. Because there's a lot of young people in the community right now that really like frogs. I guess that makes sense. They are colorful, but still, there's a lot of young people that do. Like, the older people in the community, 16, 17, they're not really the ones that are trying to collect these right now. There's some, but there's not a lot. The ones that are like over 18, like me, yeah, they're still trying to get these. But like, the ones kind of in the middle, not too young, not too old, they're not really getting frogs. That's just something I noticed. Now, I know, going back into like 2013, that was completely different. The only people getting frogs were like at the ages of really, whatever, 12, 11 to 17. I don't know. That's what I feel like it was like, but maybe I'm wrong. It was because back then I wasn't looking into the community so deeply like I am now, because it's just changing so much now. Yeah, you know, that community was very different in 2013, but that's going to be saved for later. Along with another thing that relates to frogs, that's going to be saved later too, because I said there'd be 2 videos. I did not come up with that while I was filming this. I knew that, but I didn't say it till later, so don't say that I just randomly came up with that. So here you go. Last video with them here, but maybe I'll do another community post because I didn't have no scrubs in the other community post. But besides that, they're not going to be here anymore. So don't you worry. And I don't know, that's it. When this is 10 years old, I'm going to have to rewatch it because you know that would be entertaining as crap. There's no way it wouldn't be. And all of you will watch this again in 10 years because I'm saying that you should, and you will. Unless if you're all gone, which that could very well be true. And I don't mean like that, although you never know. I'm sorry. But you may not be here in the community. You may not be subscribed to this channel in 10 years. I would hope so, but maybe not. Maybe my channel will get mid, although it's kind of been mid this year. But that's changing because I know I've said it a lot, but I don't need to say it. Yeah, that's how important it is. All right, wait, that's probably a confusing way to say it. Whatever, fine. Frogs are everything, and they better stay around for 200 years, but that's probably not true at all, but maybe 100. But I'm not going to be around in 100 years. But I could be. That's like a 1% chance. When I die, someone gotta keep these safe, and I don't know who that's going to be yet. But oh, don't worry. I think every Gemmy collector's thought about something like that. I would feel like the Frogz collectors especially would be thinking about something like that. I don't know the answer to that. Maybe that's what the 3rd video will be. I didn't know for sure what a 3rd video with this would be like, because I know what the 2nd one's going to be. But maybe the 3rd one could be relating to life. Life and frogs. That's interesting. That is interesting. That's good. Hey, look at that. This was 40 minutes. Shut up. It's 20 minutes less than an hour, and that's beautiful. That means it wasn't long. So, I don't know. Shut up. And this was a perfect video, and it's going to be remembered so well. Because it's like the BJV video, except it's completely different, but it's also exactly the same. Because they're all lined up that way. Well, I'll see you soon. Gemmy Frogz. Peace.